Hey y'all, it's Mirror, and y'all see what day it is. Y'all know what came on last night, so y'all know what I'm here for.
You know why I'm here. You know why I'm here.
So we just gonna get right into it. I got my notes, we got our show, so let's go. So we pick up right where we left off. Aubrey is just over it at this point, honey. She thought she was gonna become the queen and these women was gonna fall in line and listen to what the hell she had to say, and that is not what happened. Not gonna happen. So then we have the twins, and they are still feeling really unappreciated, honey. Feeling really unappreciated. And they have really basically turned on Aubrey. And it's only because she's not doing and saying everything that they thought she was going to do and say. So if you not with them, you against them. And you know it's always 2 against 1 when it comes to them hoes. So they not with them. So now, and then now what took the cake is now Aubrey needs singing lessons. Y'all ain't said nothing about her needing singing lessons. Y'all been praising her vocals this whole time. Now, I haven't. I had some things to say, but that's just me. But now, all of a sudden, that y'all not feeling Miss Aubrey, she needs vocals training. That's the type of flip-floppers we dealing with, y'all. So then, Misha's still packing. Still packing, because she came here for her career and not the drama. But I'm like, what exactly did you come here to do for your career though, sis? Because the vocals, they not vocaling in the... Okay, we just gonna move on. Okay, so the twins decide to talk to her, and once again they want to clear the air. They want to extend an olive branch, because that's what these bitches do. They got a whole pack full of fucking olive branches that they must have put in a suitcase, because every episode they got an olive branch that they want to extend to a bitch. So anyway, they hash it out. Misha ends up taking the bait, because that seems to be a ongoing thing too. And we go to the next scene. So the producers come and they're talking to Aubrey, and honestly, they trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what's the problem? What's the tea? Where's the conflict? And why is it a whole lot of going on and not singing? A whole lot of everything but singing. And now here is where Miss Aubrey, because y'all remember, and if y'all don't, go ahead and go back and watch. But when I said that Miss Aubrey was a little manipulative thing, and here she goes, taking advantage of a situation that she can manipulate, and somehow she ends up vocalizing to the producers that the twins think they too good for y'all. They think they can do better than what y'all can produce, and yada yada yada. And quite naturally, Elijah, the producer, is feeling some type of way. But here's the thing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the twins have shitted on every single person in that house, but I ain't heard them say nothing about the producers. So if it got cut, it got cut. But I think Miss Aubrey just wanted to make some shit up and stir the pot. So then we have round 100 of Keely versus fucking Aubrey. I'm tired of these hoes, and honestly, the twins said it best.
Drama we already had and we don't need more of.
She said what she said. And facts, because we over it. We don't need to see this every episode. We understand that Keely and Aubrey are on opposite sides of the fence and they don't like each other, but I don't need to see it every week. But I digress. In her confessional, Keely says that Aubrey is just a reality TV star and she's just her because she ain't passing up no check. And I'm like, I mean, ain't that the pot calling the fucking kettle black? Like, then she calls herself anti-Aubrey. Like, I guess that was a flip on the Antichrist. I don't know where she was going with that, but girl, what? So Nivea's reaction was me. Because all I can do is laugh at these. Like, I can't even take it seriously, especially Keely and Aubrey. Like, y'all want to be taken the most serious in the house, but y'all really, like, come across as the biggest jokes half the time. So it is very much funny, and I would be like Nivea laughing at you hoes, because, okay. So then the girls are in the kitchen trying to come up with a name. And we just gonna move on. So it just kills me out that Miss Pam really came here to be a whole gospel singer. You didn't need that. You didn't need this show to do that. You could have been a gospel singer anywhere, but she wanted to come in this house, and she's letting these girls know, honey, y'all want me on the album, we gonna be singing some gospel. And honestly, the girls seem to all be on board with it. I really think it was like, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. Miss Pam is always gonna put a little God in it. We just gotta let her have it. So they let her have it. And we all know Pam ain't gonna miss no opportunity to praise him, Lord. So, and I have to admit, from what it sounds like, it sounds decent, and everybody did their part and did a decent enough job at it. So I can't even be mad at it. So next, we have them discussing how they have a stage show coming up and they're not ready for it. Let's put it out there. And I'm glad that a lot of them seem to know, as they discuss in their confessionals, they're not ready. Not even a little bit. So, for once we see Keely actually doing something. Like, I gotta say, this is probably the first time we've seen her taking the initiative. And she's sitting down having a conversation with Aaliyah, who we know is the choreographer. But of course, Aubrey comes and crashes it. But she is the queen, so, you know, that can be expected. But her and Keely in a scene together is always a mess. So, of course, arguments can be expected as well. So, while they're talking to the choreographer, we see the other ladies in the studio, and this is the first episode where you actually seen people getting shit done other than just arguing. Like, okay, they're talking to the choreographer, trying to figure out how this stage show is gonna look. They're in the studio working, and that's what we need, because y'all need 8 tracks. Y'all need at least 3 with everybody on them. I think they up to like 4 now. Y'all, they making some type of progress, but yeah, it's time to get the ball rolling. So the next scene, we see them dancing with Aaliyah and them still in the studio. So everybody's doing something but Aubrey, who is asleep, who is MIA this whole episode. And I told y'all, if y'all don't believe me, go back and watch when I told y'all they fucked up when they made Aubrey the queen. But I you know, okay. So then we have the producers come and they sit down and they talk with the twins, because Elijah, you know, so I heard y'all been putting dirt on my name. What's good? And of course the twins back down, because they back down every time some confrontation is brought up. But in this case, I do think that Aubrey was really being messy, and I don't put it past her. And I don't think that they really, you know, said anything like that against the producers, at least not to Aubrey. Now, I could believe that they might be talking shit behind the scenes to each other, and they might have their opinions. But I really don't think that they said anything to Aubrey. I think she took the opportunity to stir the pot. So then the vocal coach comes, because she's needed, honey. We need to see her every single episode. Like, she's needed. And Aubrey's missing it again, when this is where she needs to be, because the vocal lessons is needed. So they get to talking and they play some of the songs, and everybody's noting that in the song Skeletons that Aubrey recorded with the twins, Aubrey sounds off. And Shamara was on it. She was on it. But the standout is Aubrey, because she sounds a little off. So some of them have the opinion that maybe Shamari needs to do Aubrey's parts. And Shamari is not really with it, because she's done her part. She's on the song, and she doesn't really feel comfortable taking over what Aubrey has already done. But Misha decides to put in her 2 cents, and we don't need it. We don't need it. I just think, you know, when you lacking, when you already, you know, on thin ice yourself, just don't comment on other people.
Yeah, don't do that. Anywho,
You should, because you should be the last person talking. But she gets her 2 cents, and she thinks Aubrey needs to be off the song too. I think you need to be off every song. I think we just gonna go, because I don't like that. Like, but then Aubrey announces that they're having a party, which was mind-boggling to me, because how you gonna announce the party and then in the same breath say, but I'm not coming, and put Irish up to be your honorary queen? Why do we need an honorary queen? Like, Aubrey, come sit your ass down. Just step down then. You shouldn't have became the queen. You just wanted these hoes to listen to you. They not listening, now you're mad. So, anyway, Aubrey's sick, honey. But what we know to be true is she's just ready to vent to her friend about how she's ready to go the fuck home. Meanwhile, the girls is playing their game and they're answering questions. And of course, the messy ass question has to be proposed to one of the messy ass twins. Who do they think in the house should be replaced? And of course, because Aubrey is the enemy of this episode, they say Aubrey. And of course, everybody, because they wishy-washy as a motherfucking laundromat, agrees. So they end up trailing away from the messiness and talking about these group names again and the blueprint. That's what it comes down to. They just, oh, the blueprint, that's amazing. It was good when it was a Jay-Z album title. Y'all don't need to be no damn group called The Blueprint. That sounds stupid to me. I don't know. Maybe y'all like it. They love it. But to me, a group, The Blueprint, just, okay. I just think that they like tend to go with group thought because they want to get along and they can't get along. So when they are getting along for 10 seconds, they just go along to get along. The same way they went along with that stupid ass vision board when it was nothing like what they was really doing in real life because the actions didn't match up. But because everybody else is going with it, let's just go on it for the sake of there not being any problems. But they agree to it. Everybody agrees, but they can't make an official vote because once again, Aubrey is MIA. So then they talk about overthrowing the queen. Like, if we don't see for what the queen is doing, then we do have the right to vote in a new queen. And we end there. So we already know from ending off there, next week is going to be a mess. Because why would Aubrey not feel a way about them being ready to overthrow her? So I can't wait. So y'all let me know what y'all thought of last night's episode. Make sure y'all comment down below. And of course, like and subscribe. And I will see y'all next week.